If you've watched the entire playlist, you've seen exactly how I execute my daily podcast. Maybe you got some great ideas for your own daily podcast or weekly podcast or monthly podcast. Maybe you don't yet have a podcast, but you really want one, and you got inspired by watching how easy it is to create not just an audio, but a video podcast in just a few simple steps every single day. There's much more to learn. As you can see in this video playlist, I ended with the audio podcast because that is the most important thing. And when you're talking about a podcast, that's literally what it is. But there are so many more things that you can do when it comes to podcasting. There are so many different ways for you to monetize and grow your audience in your podcast and your business. And that's why podcasting is the fastest growing, and in my humble opinion, the most effective form of social media marketing. And there's a couple of reasons for this. As I learned after 25, 30 years, gosh, was it really that long? As I learned after decades, we'll put it that way, in the radio industry, audio is really a versatile and an exceptional medium to make your point or to get your point across to other people. Here's why. Think about your hearing. You can hear things while you're doing other things. For example, you can multitask with audio. When you're in your car, you probably had a radio for years. You could listen to music and drive and not be effective. You can't watch TV or a video or read a book or a magazine or a vlog or a blog post rather while you're driving. It's unsafe and I think illegal in most states. But when you're exercising, it's very similar as well. When you're running down the street or when you're lifting the weights, or I don't really exercise myself, so I don't know what you guys are doing in the gym. But trust me, I know that it's tough again to concentrate on a video or read something, but you can put in your earbuds and you can listen to audio. Audio is a very effective way for people to remember things. In fact, I read a lot of studies on this because working in radio, they gave us a lot of studies, and psychological studies show that the number one scent for recall is the sense of smell. You ever smell something like an old home or a church, or maybe it was a cookie that your grandmother would make? And there's some smells you walk into your old schoolhouse and you're like, oh, it brings back memories. They just come flooding by. That's because your sense of smell is the most linked to your recall and memory. The second most is your sense of hearing. Your eyes can play tricks on you. You forget what you see. That's why eyewitnesses in court are always so bad. Taste is, whatever it is. But hearing is the second most versatile and the second most powerful when it comes to recall and memory. Think about this. You ever hear a jingle that just annoys you, but it gets stuck in your head over and over again? That's because things that you hear are totally linked to your memory. And so if you tell somebody something through a podcast, if you orate and you explain something to someone and they hear you say it, they're going to remember you, they're going to remember the lesson, and they're going to remember your voice and your brand and your business and what you and your offer better than if you just gave it to them to read. So podcasting is really, really a fantastic medium. And if you're not using it, I really recommend that you do. And if you're interested, I have a fantastic program that I'm putting together called Speak and Grow Rich. Now, I know what you're saying. Mark K, you totally stole that from somebody. Maybe. But it's a professional podcasting course that is exclusively available inside of my Golden Age Influencers community. If you're not yet a member of Golden Age Influencers, I highly recommend it. If you become an annual subscriber, you'll automatically get access to Speak and Grow Rich, which is my professional podcasting program. Let me show you inside. Here's what I've got planned. This is a 3-part program. And on day 1, we'll show you how to craft a captivating podcast. If you don't have a podcast already, we'll help you build one. If you do have one, we'll make sure that you're crafting it in the exact right way so that your ideal audience will be captivated by you and will be excited to listen. Why podcasting works. I already told you a little bit about that. Finding your niche and your voice, planning your show, getting your gear and your recording set up. Gear and recording is very important to podcasting, and for a lot of people it's the most daunting. But I'm going to be honest with you, I have not one but 2 professional podcasts that earn me a solid living, and I started both of them with just my iPhone. I don't even know where my where's my phone? Oh, here it is. I started them with just my iPhone, and I was able to grow them slowly over time into 2 of the top rated podcasts in their niches, and podcasts that earn me money every single time I open my mouth. Hence Speak and grow rich. So that's the first part. That's the thing we're going to do on day one. Day two, producing and publishing your podcast, recording and editing essentials. Again, the easy way to record, the easy way to edit, hosting and distribution, where to host and distribute your podcast. How do you get it up on all those different platforms? How is it that I record something here and then all of a sudden, boom, with the click of a button, it's on iTunes and Spotify and people all over the world are listening to it? You may have that question. Luckily, I have the answer, and I'll tell you all about it. Episode planning and content strategy, and then building your production workflow. As you probably saw in the videos, if you watched all of them, I've produced a very distinct workflow. In fact, it's the only way I'm able to create all the amount of content that I'm able to create, and I'm going to teach you how to do that too. You will get my workflow. You'll get your own workflow that works for you. You'll be able to systemize your podcast creation so that what takes you 1, 2, maybe even 3 or 4 hours to produce will eventually take you minutes. I'll show you how to automate tasks. I'll show you how to set up templates, and I'll show you how to script out your podcast so that you can do it over and over and over again in as little time as possible. And then my favorite part, of course, comes in the third part, which is monetizing and marketing your podcast. I love marketing. I love monetizing. And I teach you how to do this from day one. I have a theory. If you start making money on day one, then you're going to be excited for day two. And if you make even more money on day two, then day three can't come fast enough. Most people, I think, do it the wrong way or teach it the wrong way. They teach you to build up an audience. They teach you to get some credibility first. They teach you blah, blah, blah. And then way down the road sometime, they teach you how to make money. That's the wrong way to do it. You've got to make money right out of the gate because number one, it proves your concept. Number two, it keeps you passionate. And then number three, and probably most importantly, is it keeps you coming back for more. You've got to be so excited about doing your podcast every single day. And if somebody's throwing money at you and you wake up after you talk into a microphone for a couple minutes, there's money in your bank account, trust me, you're going to be excited. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to go to the link in the description of this video. It's Golden Age Influencers. GoldenAgeInfluencer.com. And it'll take you to our page, Golden Age Influencer. It looks like this. This is Mark K's exclusive mentorship and accountability group for the most ambitious and driven social media entrepreneurs in the country. You'll see here, this is everything that you get for your annual fee. And by subscribing for 1 year, like I said, you're going to get Speak and Grow Rich for free. You're going to get weekly coaching calls with me, answering your questions live for an entire year. So after you learn about your podcast, if you have any questions every single week for an entire year, you can come back and you can ask me on a Zoom call and I will answer them. You're also going to get my top 5 side hustles that are going to crush in the next 4 years. The exact website that I use that's created multiple 6-figure paydays for me and my clients. Access to the Gain community so you can talk to other Golden Age influencers. Here's our Speak and Grow Rich program. Cancel-proof cash flow, foundations of... There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. Here's what it looks like inside. Here's the classroom where you can see all the modules, everything that's available to you immediately. Here's Speak and Grow Rich down at the bottom. Here's the community where you can see we're all chit-chatting with each other. We're all asking for help and people are being very helpful and answering questions and giving feedback. And that's why this community is so amazing, because of the people. And then here's a calendar where we have all of our live coaching calls and sessions so that you won't miss any of them. I urge you to really take advantage of this. It's $19.97 per year. So that gets you the Speak and Grow Rich podcast, professional podcast program, all the other stuff, and 52 weeks of live coaching. I'm going to be honest with you. I take a couple weeks off for like Christmas and July 4th. So like approximately 50 weeks of live coaching. It's incredible. We've already got a couple dozen members in there. We're growing every single day. And I really want to help you. You're not going to find this kind of access to a professional podcaster for this little of an investment. It's $166 a month is all it comes down to. And that gives you direct access to me. So go to goldenageinfluencer.com. The link is in the description of this video right below, and take advantage. Learn everything, not just this 20-minute presentation that you were able to watch in these free videos, but get the entire course, get access to all the other courses, get access to the community, become a Golden Age influencer. Do that right now before I jack up the price, because I'm probably going to jack up the price. I don't know when, but probably I will.